Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup today where the focus will be on the passing game. The Rams are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Bills, who will need to solve that secondary. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Larry, we haven't had NFL football in this city for all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to...
Here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by one of the more mobile quarterbacks in the league, and that's Tyrod Taylor. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he powers his way up to Buffalo. Of course, he had Charles 4,000-yard years in Philadelphia.
And you know the man they call Shady wants to throw some shade at the Eagles for ever letting him.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. They find some open field here. And a cutback, right sideline. And they do finally get him.
More and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is into the end zone. Down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. Now the return man. This is Benny Cunningham. And he'll be taken down just past the 20. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff. Now a first down throw, Goff. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks.
Run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. Touchdown, LA! And that will go as the first touchdown pass in the career of Jared Goff.
Throughout his time there until his last season. But guess what? This kid is phenomenal. Great footwork, processes quickly, gets the ball.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance at button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect because I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
It's not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway. That's for sure.
Receivers, one tight end. Taylor now to throw on third down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay.
Has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you hand it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to, you can almost get mesmerized by his style, and then boom, there's another 20-plus yard run. It's amazing how he pulls it off.
Yeah, it's second page at a very, very high level. Now Taylor to throw. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down. On second down, Taylor. Caught right side, Tate. And all the way home for a Bill.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Cunningham now to return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out. Hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not in the major. They are down on the scoreboard.
Here's Goff now on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but those... Throwing on third. Goff. And incomplete. The contact made
good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Pressure comes, and the Bills block it. This will be picked up inside the 10, and they are going to get
field position and give yourself a chance to score.
Now McCoy, and he'll get in. touchdown.
So, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. Going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And he'll get it up to about the... Can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? Sometimes we're trying to win a game.
Now let's go.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Across the 30 to the 30.
Defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
There he is. Find soft spots and set up and catch the ball. And I think...
Encroachment defense.
All right, here we go.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And nothing doing.
They have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Goff now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing middle, but it's in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled down, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only good. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he didn't quite have the
advantage back. Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. It'll go.
And they really embrace him.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap.
The defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 30. 10th carry now for McCoy. And he'll get this only up to about the 30.
All the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Now it's Taylor. He's got time in the pocket. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. Give him 11 yards.
I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. It's brought in left side by Tate. That one goes for 13 yards. Taylor with a give to McCoy. Oh, spinning away. And he's got some space here. He goes for 18.
Seems to work out pretty well, doesn't it?
It sounds very well. The pride of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania doing his thing again. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And down in. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. He's going to get the football. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard.
Let's go.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. And that will be caught, but out of.
Is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds.
And Carpenter knocks it through. It's a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end drives like that.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive.
Never exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll be rookie Jared Goff. Kind of see him as their future, but so much of the focus has to be on Gurley this year, doesn't it?
And the future becomes now if Todd Gurley keeps running the football the way that we've seen him get to the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get...
And no escaping this time as second sack of his young NFL career. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to
the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Goff. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this one off.
For the West Coast offense, I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm. They've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he's able to get it down to the... They come out here in the eye. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he's going to get this.
Play caller, you got to give him a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some
goes in Orlando.
All right, now look at 56.
3rd and goal now. Maybe the offensive coordinator thinking blitz here. No gain on the play.
Now let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Brown. They stop
He
him.
created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Because the mentality is to attack, take the ball away, or at worst, just keep them backed up there for your own offense. They actually use their aggressiveness against it.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. He completes it to Tate. And they'll bring him down. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. A very solid.
All aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. To throw is Taylor. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he's brought down after a good 2 yards out. And Carpenter knocks it through, and the Bills all the way back at the 2, and they're able to get 3 out of it.
And, you know, shadows tend to scare people, right? Not in this case. This offense was not jumpy at all, handled it very well, put themselves into a position to score.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one set for action. And no return on this one as the fair catch in half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Brian Quick, defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Goff. Oh, hit as he throws there earlier.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And a minimal gain here as he's up to that.
How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with formation here on 3rd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's
running backs. They can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a mile. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's going to get it down to the...
But it worked really well.
They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And a pretty little juke move there.
The real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's
but he's fine.
And I was so glad you asked that question. I mean, you had to take the brunt of the whole thing. And
he'll take it into the end zone onto their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard.
Worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking...
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. Touchdown, L.A.
Quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of it. At contract time.
And the lead is down to 20. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's...
That easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got guys on the offensive line. They feel like they can do whatever they want. They're the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side.
On second down, it's McCoy. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one to midfield before.
There's also some things of beauty in there. You see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football to the line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed him down on that run, can they continue to do so? It ended in a big drop.
On third down, Taylor. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he's going to have them get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here's McCoy. 2 yards on the carry.
Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, it's McCoy. And that play went nowhere. Play action, now Taylor. And he's got room. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And Carpenter knocks it through. And that lead. So 3 field goals for him here. And this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job.
Also some work to do.
All right, here we go.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. Again, and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching?
On this series, that'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Goff. And it pops free. The collision there.
No, check. Patriot.
Here's Goff now on second down. Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've
Goal
ever.
here defensively on third. Taylor now to throw on third down. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. What a spin. And all the way home for reception into a touchdown. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass. Kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
See what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that...
Play clock winding down. On second down, here's Goff. And the ball is knocked out.
Where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Not the...
To the air again. Goff. He has Britt over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he will have the first down as he
was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down. You have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red.
Look out for number 30. Look out. Here we go now.
Again, Goff. And incomplete there. A nice defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Goff now to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdowns are able to draw a bit closer. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. Wales, not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And he will take it.
Well, from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stop down on that second-down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
This is McCoy. No gain.
And especially when they play with leverage, where they get lower than the offensive lineman and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can leverage very quickly, and that's why they're able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Yeah, not much doing. He'll get this
Tackles in the ends to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
A good return there last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it. Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Touchdown, LA!
In position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. No point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On third down, here's McCoy. And able to... And now the Rams are... He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Thomas. We'll call that a 49-yard.
Green, 39.
Now Goff on first down. Completes it right side to Brett.
It's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And that'll be incomplete.
You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Time for a break. We'll come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Goff on first down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. 11-yard
means
success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place.
All right, here we go.
On first down, Goff. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Goff throwing again. And he just chucked that one out of bounds. His own another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Goff on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete. Desperation time for Goff on. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is the big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. And a very good return as he'll take it. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. He juked him, and he'll be taken down, but not before he
controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche...
Well, Charles, there's an old saying, don't let a loss beat you twice.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon. When you look at it...
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.